Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bold and Beautiful's Bill can't be Luna's father, and I'll tell you why. It took a while, but some folks on the canvas finally remembered how to do simple math. That's right, Bold and Beautiful's Bill/Poppy story went exactly where we all knew it would the moment they crossed paths at Il Giardino. Or did it? I had to laugh at the various faces RJ made as he tried saying Bill might be your dad without actually saying Bill might be your dad. Between that and Luna making the same face as Mr. Yuck, #IYKYK, the scenes were unexpectedly fun. I saw a lot of chatter on Twitter saying it was silly for Luna to be freaked out at the idea of her free-spirited mom having a one-night stand. But I think what she was actually reacting to was the circumstances under which it happened. One phrase was kind of ignored when people were trashing the moment, at a concert? And that makes more sense to me. The idea of her mom hooking up with Bill in a public space would definitely be a little weird. That said, I'm going to guess that Bill isn't actually Poppy's dad. Why? Because it's too simple. Yes, this is a show that loves nothing more than to telegraph plots. But think about it from another point of view. A headwriter's job is to say, what is the most dramatic thing that can happen in this scenario? Bill being Luna's dad definitely doesn't qualify. Who cares if Bill is Luna's father? It's not like that revelation would derail Bill and Poppy's relationship. I mean, Bill's been down this road numerous times, thanks to Wyatt and Liam. He's probably thrilled to have kids show up who are fully grown. No diapers, no teething, that's a total win. Luna being Bill's daughter also won't impact her relationship with RJ. Sure, Bill doesn't like the guy's dad, but big deal. That's played mostly for laughs anyway. The one relationship it could impact is Poppy and Lee, with the older sister no doubt seeing this as yet another irresponsible act by her younger sibling. Meanwhile, why is Lee always at Forrester Creations? Poppy comes by to see her daughter, so I get that. But why is Lee there? We never see her visiting with Steffi. Heck, I've never gotten the impression those two are particularly close. And Lee works at the same hospital as Finn, so she can certainly see him and get the latest Forrester gossip any time by swinging by his office. Another story I'm struggling with is Eric's. I mean, what was the point of his nearly dying from some rando, unnamed disease? Not a single thing has changed as a result, unless you count Finn having been elevated to godlike status. I think we all sort of assumed that Eric would live, although given that his storyline was quite similar to the one played out with Stephanie years earlier, his fate wasn't carved in stone. But when they played the beat in which Ridge reluctantly agreed not to pull the plug as his dad had wished, I thought perhaps we were heading into really interesting territory. Imagine a story in which Eric was not only ripped out of the heavenly hereafter, but came back with some very serious health issues. Talk about drama. Eric could lash out at Ridge for having saved him. Ridge could blame everyone around him for having changed his mind, even creating problems in his marriage, given that Brooke was #team do not pull the plug. Steffi and Finn would also be impacted, given that it was his experimental surgery which led to Eric's health issues. Ultimately, Eric could recover, but it would have created weeks and even months worth of drama impacting a huge swath of the canvas. We can't have nice things like, solid soap opera in which actions have consequences, storylines have payoffs, and the most dramatic thing that could happen is always the direction in which the tale goes. Liam has been backburnered long enough that I'm ready for him to have a new storyline. But apparently we've entirely forgotten that he's kinda sorta obsessed with reuniting with Steffi. How else to explain that when he and Bill sat down for a conversation, it was all about Dad's love life with nary a mention of Liam's? Anybody else feel like Hope is sending majorly mixed messages to Thomas? You'd think if she's at all concerned about his involvement in Emma's death, which is the main thing propelling her decision to put things on hold while she thinks them through, she'd keep him at arm's length. But instead, she smiled and flirted and kissed the hunk, making it seem as if the only reservations she had in mind were of the dinner variety. Wouldn't Wyatt's decision to just up and leave town make more sense if we were told that he'd broken up with Flo? Maybe she cheated and he needed to get away from memories of their relationship. But apparently, nobody cared enough about Wyatt to even give him a decent exit line, let alone story.